Welcome. My name is Thomas Allen Moon, and I'm the author of Payback: Why the Top 1% Must Invest in the Rest, and How It Can Renew America. I wrote Payback to deal explicitly with an ongoing trend that politicians of all stripes have refused to admit exists. Over the last 40 years, the gap between what it costs to live the American dream and the market income of ordinary workers has widened from a gully to a canyon. This canyon now threatens the future of the middle class, and if nothing is done, Americans with ordinary skills will fall out of the middle class. Payback proposes a tax policy that will enable capitalism not only to save the middle class, but to grow and make it more prosperous. Since Payback digs deeply into the weeds, I've recorded this Q&A to give readers a quick take on it. To make this Q&A easier for readers to digest, I've divided it into 15 sections. Payback is free to read on a website that I've created for the convenience of readers. It's my hope that Payback will contribute to a national dialogue on tax policy that I believe will take place sometime in the next decade. Now let's get started with the Q&A. Part 2. Globalization and automation threaten the middle class, but they don't have to. Capitalism can be made to work for everyone. First question, does this mean you want to change the fundamentals of capitalism? Certainly not. I'm a firm believer in capitalism, but it must be an economic system that works for everyone. Before telling you how I think capitalism can be made to work for everyone, I want to tell you what shouldn't be done. Nothing must be done to disrupt global markets for labor and capital or prevent technological innovation. Competition and innovation are the lifeblood of capitalism, and anything that weakens capitalism's ability to create prosperity makes America poorer. To the extent that capitalism is prevented from creating the maximum possible amount of income and wealth, everyone, rich and poor alike, suffers. For the economic pie to grow as big as possible, everyone must benefit, and for everyone to benefit, the pie must be properly sliced. Next question. To use your metaphor, what does the size of pie slices have to do with making it bigger? Well, this requires a quick explanation of what makes capitalism work, what prevents it from working, and what makes it work best. Capitalism creates more wealth than any other system because it naturally balances supply and demand, and as a result, it allocates resources in the most efficient way. Open, honest, and competitive markets, uncontaminated by non-economic factors, are what make capitalism efficient. Now, what prevents it from working? Well, markets become corrupted by restrictions on participation, fraudulent and anti-competitive practices, and non-economic factors interfering with their operation. Corrupted markets can't properly balance supply and demand and allocate resources efficiently, and therefore prevent capitalism from realizing its full potential. Next question. Finally, what makes it work best? For capitalism to create the most wealth possible, consumers must have enough income to purchase the most goods that capitalists can produce, and capitalists must have enough capital to produce all the goods consumers can afford to purchase. Workers, not capitalists, comprise most consumers. So there's a delicate balance to be struck between how much of the economic pie should go to capitalists and how much to workers. Tax policy can slice the pie to make it bigger or smaller for either capitalists or workers, and how it's sliced will determine the size of the pie. Question. You lost me when you said that tax policy can slice the pie to make it either larger or smaller. Explain. Well, economic reality confronts capitalists with a quandary. For any particular capitalist, low wages mean increased profits. But if all capitalists pay low wages, then consumers won't have enough income to buy all that can be produced. So here's the quandary. It's not in the interest of any particular capitalist to increase wages, but it's in the interest of all capitalists that workers have enough income to buy all that can be produced. This is the end of part 2.